Born from the bloody battles of the Russian Revolution, Sambo is one of the world's most violent martial arts. Before there was MMA, there was Sambo. This hybrid Soviet style employs nearly every martial art move imaginable. Kicks and punches, judo-style takedowns, even the brutal wrestling of the Russian steppes. Sambo's been practiced everywhere, from Siberian gulags to the streets of Moscow. And now we've journeyed to the heart of Mother Russia to explore the history and techniques of Sambo. We'll train with secret police squads, bodyguards.
He can barely talk. That worked really well.
Grandmasters.
This is not your gym training. Come on.
And world champions.
Russians are nuts.
Then one of us will step into the ring and go toe-to-toe against a fighter hand-selected by the man many claim is the greatest martial artist on the planet, Fedor Emelianenko.
Cool, man.
All right.
Do it. Grip him up.
There are hundreds of distinct fighting styles in the world. They are practiced in every nation and by every people. Now, Jason Chambers, a mixed martial artist and professional fighter, and Bill Duff, a former pro football player and wrestler, are embarked on a mission to explore the history and techniques of these incredible martial arts. And at the end of each journey, one of these two warriors will face the ultimate test. They'll try to survive a real fight with a true human weapon.
Covering more than 6 time zones and 6 million square miles, Russia is the world's largest country, a landmass spanning from Europe to Asia.
Its modern history is one of violence and bloodshed. Viking raiders from the north, Genghis Khan's Golden Horde, Napoleon's troops, Hitler's Nazis, and a revolution that claimed more than 10 million of its own citizens.
Hand-to-hand combat has been a part of Russian warfare for centuries, and Sambo is its modern descendant. An acronym that translates as self-defense without weapons, Sambo is a fusion of fighting styles. It employs everything from karate-style kicks and judo-style takedowns to the bone-jarring folk wrestling of the Russian steppes.
Sambo was first conceived for elite units of the Communist Red Army during the Revolution of 1918. Today, it's the national sport with more than 500,000 participants. And its best fighters have gone on to international fame in fighting leagues like UFC, Pride, and Pancrase.
Today, Sambo's heart is here in Belgorod. This sleepy little town on the Ukrainian border is home to the Russian Federation's Combat Sambo Junior Championships. 100 regional champions from 15 former Soviet states have come to compete for the title of national champ.
Oh, nice throw.
Come on, work the jab.
Man, what a wiry fighter that kid in the red is.
Hey, you gotta have a fast pace to be able to keep up with this.
Oh, leg lock, leg lock. Got him, he's got him.
You have punches, kicks, you have takedowns, you have grappling moves, you have submissions and knockouts.
These guys are young, but there's no shortage of bloodshed. Concussions, broken bones, bloody noses. None of it's uncommon. It's all just a part of your average combat Sambo tournament. But the star of this tournament isn't out on the mat. He's in the stands. It's MMA legend Fedor Emelianenko.
Bill.
A native of Belgorod, Fedor is a 3-time World Combat Sambo champion. And he's 29-1 as a professional MMA fighter, and has held Pride's heavyweight title since 2003.
What is the spirit of combat sambo?
First and foremost, it's a truly Russian martial art. And I want just to warn you that there is a possibility of kicking your ass, guys.
There's a serious possibility of getting our ass kicked. I love it.
When our training's done, Fedor wants us to take on one of his proteges in a full-on combat sambo fight.
I'll find you the guy who you will be fighting.
As long as his last name's not Emelianenko. Deal?
If the guy we were fighting was anything like Fedor, we were in for a world of hurt.
To start our training, we headed north to Moscow.
An urban jungle of 10 million people, the former capital of the USSR is the political and financial heart of Russia.
Moscow is a beautiful city. Tourists from all over the world come to gawk at St. Basil's Cathedral, snap pictures of the Kremlin Guards, or shop in the old Arbonne.
Who is that?
That is that Stalin?
It's not Stalin.
No?
But for all its Soviet-era charm, Moscow's also got a dark underbelly. Following the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, Russia opened its pocketbooks to the free market, and a flood of loan sharks, gangsters, and crime lords rushed in to fill the economic void. Corruption was rampant, and business disputes were often resolved by kidnapping or contract killing. To protect themselves, Russia's moneyed elite began hiring bodyguards. These were former military men, well-versed in combat sambo.
We've come to the upscale Hotel Sovietsky,
Is this the place up here?
Yeah, I think this is it.
a place where Russian businessmen wined, dined, and often plotted to kill one another. Here, we meet up with Dmitry Fedorov, the president of Russia's National Bodyguard Association. That was only a demonstration, but one that shows us the lethal capabilities of a combat sambo-trained security detail.
Why is sambo such a good martial art to learn for this particular profession?
By our statistics, 19% of any situation, the bodyguards have no time just to draw the weapon. So that's why we ask our teachers in sambo to show the techniques, not to use the weapons, because they have to react quickly and they have to do these moves very precisely.
So can your guys show us a couple of these moves?
I suppose yes.
But our training won't take place inside a gym or a dojo. In the lobby of the Hotel Sovietsky, Dmitry's own bodyguards show us a move that's essential in any combat situation. One that will also work in our upcoming sambo fight.
It's called Brosek Zasipam, translated simply as the throw with a sweep.
So you just break down that move you were just showing us there? I noticed that you went off the guy just throwing a punch, right? So you parry the punch?
The move begins by dodging the initial assault and forcefully grabbing the attacker's wrist with one hand.
Controlling the wrist even on the way down. Coming off center line and keeping control of the gun.
Then a quick strike to the head with the other hand throws the assailant off balance.
So it takes the weight off of their head.
This allows for a quick leg sweep, combined with a pull down on the collarbone and a violent takedown.
Once on the ground, the bodyguard pins his knee to the attacker's chest, all the while keeping tight control of the wrist.
Always control.
Controlling the wrist even on the way down.
By grabbing the wrist, you provide hundreds of pounds of additional leverage. This reduces your opponent's ground weight by half and allows you to more easily knock your opponent off balance. The rotation of the hips then amplifies the power of the leg sweep. Coupled with the wrist grip, you are in complete control of your opponent's body.
Here. In this move, you really have to make sure that you're training it the way you're gonna do it in the street. Your body remembers how you train things, and the way that you actually drill it is the way that it happens. You have only one chance in the street to get this right. Get that hand right across his face, sweep that leg out, get that knee nice and tight on him on the way down, and finish with a punch.
The real world, once you get punched in the throat, the fight's over. I don't care where you're at.
Better? Better?
Fine. Yeah.
The next leg of our journey would take us to a clandestine location where one of the most feared military forces in the world trained for decades under a shroud of Soviet secrecy.
Holy crap.